Good morning, Incarnate Word. Happy Friday once again. It's another edition of the Weekend Roundup. It feels like summer now. Mm-hmm. It officially feels like summer.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And soon it will be over.
Yes. Hopefully. At least the heat and humidity part. But
Well, Deacon Rob, you want to tell us about your weekend?
So yeah, if you can tell, I'm still gaining my voice back because I was at the Steubenville conference down in Springfield, Missouri, with a large group of our teens, but altogether there was over 5,000 teens there for this weekend, and they're having another 4,000 or 5,000 this weekend down there as well. It was an amazing weekend. It was my first time back since COVID. The kids really enjoyed it. It was the first time that Incarnate's gone in quite a few years as well. And so it was a new experience for pretty much everyone involved with the youth group.
Yeah.
And I think it will be one that we'll go to for many years to come because everyone seemed to love it. Lots of great fruit came from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Steubenville is always just a very staple youth group event in St. Louis, and it's good that we're able to go down there. So, this weekend we also have men's Acts retreat, so keep them in your prayers for the men of our parish who are on retreat and for the men who are leading it as well. Other things going on this week.
Well, we have the back parking lot will be resurfaced throughout the week, so just pay attention to the cones and other things that are telling you to stop or not go here. They're there for a reason. But that should be done. Start on Monday, should finish up on Thursday.
And that also includes the Adoration Chapel parking.
Yeah, you can still get in.
You can still get in, obviously, but you won't be able to use the Adoration spots. So just keep that in mind if you are coming here for Adoration.
Yes.
And then, as many of you know, folks, this is the last weekend that Father Gerber will be with us. He'll be leaving mid next week to go to Glacier National Park, which will probably be much cooler and less humid than St. Louis. I'm jealous, although not on the hiking part. But we want to just, say our farewell to Father Gerber and just wish him well down in St. Genevieve. We've been so grateful to have him with us for these last few months. He livens up the rectory in such a wonderful way. And just as a brother priest, it's always wonderful to have other brothers with us. It's great to live in community, and the community life has been strong in our rectory these last few months with Father Gerber here. So we're very, very grateful for him, and we wish him all the best.
Thank you very much.
And we know you're not dying, lovely. So I said we know you're not dying, so
I'm not dying.
We know we will see you soon, hopefully. But it's been really wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. It's been, you guys have been marvelous. So thanks for letting me crash here the past 4 months. Come on down to St. Gen. We got wineries. We got a tiger sanctuary. We got a water park. And a lot
of Joe Exotic?
I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but and we got history down there. So
true. Yeah. Oldest parish in the archdiocese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're gonna give Jeep rides, I heard too.
I got a Jeep Wrangler.
Jeep tours.
I've been getting basically pony rides in my Jeep is what it is. I'll be off-roading and doing wonderful stuff like that. And also totally unrelated, teaching high school seniors.
Cool.
So that'll be kind of fun. Yeah.
Nice.
But I'll miss you all. I'll miss the parish here. So
yeah, it will. So even though we are saying farewell to Father Gerber, we're also going to be saying hello to a few other people. Father Schrader, you want to?
So Father Bauer is retired, but he'll be coming here to live. We're not exactly sure on his landing date. It's kind of like D-Day. It's kind of a mystery to us right now, but we know it's happening. We just don't know exactly when. So he'll be here sometime the beginning of August. And then Shen Wen, who will be taking over for Joe with music. She happens to be Joe's wife, but we're looking forward to having her continue the work he has started. Shen most recently was teaching and leading music at St. Clare of Assisi. And she's helped out here with funerals and weddings, so she's pretty familiar with the community. So she'll be great. And then Suzette West has taken on Barb Martin's mantle here at the parish office. She's the new parish secretary and has jumped right in and is already doing a great job. Continuing the good work that Barb had done for almost 26 years. So some new faces, and our new DRE starts next week, Nicole. And so this is, always the goodbyes and hellos kind of seems to be the ebb and flow of parish life. Mm-hmm. So welcome them when you run into them, Father Bauer, Shen, and Suzette.
Yeah, absolutely. Other things that have happened, we've had some baptisms. Hudson William Lawrence, son of Nicholas and Megan. Henry William Witzel, son of Matthew and Julie. And Nora Catherine Schessel, daughter of Andrew and Michelle. So congratulations to all of them. No longer pagan children. That's always a good thing. And then we also want to pray for the repose of the soul of Dan Garbach, husband of Ellen, whose funeral I've got later this morning. So we'll pray for him and the repose of his soul and comfort and consolation of his family. So, readings this weekend?
Yes, there are some.
There are some. They exist. The gospel is the parable of the sower and the seed, and we've heard that parable before. The different types of soil. I'm going to talk about, all things being equal. The same seed was planted in those different types of soil, and one would think that the weather conditions were all the same across those lines. But the only thing that was different was the disposition of the soil itself. And I'm going to talk about that in relation to how we receive communion. The disposition of our soul matters. And so the more open we are to receiving that great gift, the more fruit it's going to bear in our lives. But consequently, if we're not open, or dare I say, even if we've got serious sin on our souls, then it's not going to bear fruit. Or in the case of serious sin, we shouldn't receive, because there isn't any way for that seed to bear fruit in our lives. So I'm going to talk about that disposition of the soil, so to speak, because that's the part that we can control, really, and that's our job, because God is always going to plant the gift. He's always going to bestow the rain and provide the means for the growth. We just have to have soil that is open to receiving it.
Deacon, you got any thoughts?
Is he preaching for
Yes,
you?
I'm preaching for Father this weekend, and this is one of my favorite gospel readings. My stepdad was a landscaper by trade, so spent many years helping him out in our yard. And so I'm going to be talking about how we can sort of cultivate that soil of our soul, so that we can receive the seed well, because as Father said, it's the same seed, it's the same rain. It's all about where it lands.
Sure.
And so how can we make sure that when the Word of God lands on us, that we can cultivate it and it can grow well?
Sure. Father Gerber?
Yeah, I know this is a dirty topic. Thank you. I'll cut my homily short. Sorry. How are we doing over there? Doing good? Good. It's the last one. It's the last one, John. I gotta end on a good, strong note.
I'm a man of principle.
No,
it's like giving the dog his steak before he goes to the vet for his final visit. Just let him eat.
So obviously I'm going to talk about the disposition of the soul as well, but I'm going to go the route of the pilgrimage. How just people, when they go on a pilgrimage, they just there's so much grace that they receive. And there's a grace of pilgrimage, but there's the expectation that they're going to receive something there.
Sure.
And got to connect that to the Eucharist. But also there's a connection too with the soil, and that is that really it's in the fertile soil that the seed dies. It's really the only place where it fully dies and is able to therefore bear the greatest fruit. So I want to talk about the expectation, but then also how the most fruit comes by putting away the old way of life. So that's my... There you go. That's where I want to go.
Well, before I knew Deacon Rob was preaching for me, I had thought about what struck me was the fact that, we kind of get it falls on bad soil, doesn't do anything. But the fact that the two other examples, at first they look good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then they get choked out, or the whatever. And how it drives me crazy. Sometimes people will come up to me at social things and they'll say, I went to Catholic school, in my day we went every day, so I don't have to go to Mass anymore. I've done my number of Masses for a lifetime. This idea just that we can start strong, but it doesn't mean we're going to finish where we need to be in terms of our faith. So
I was an altar server. I was an altar server father.
Yeah, the harvest
Trust
is
me,
not
I went to
guaranteed.
Catholic grade school.
Yeah. So just the parable reminds us that you can get off to a good start, but you need to continue to die to self to provide that good soil in order for the Lord's harvest.
Yeah,
love it.
So anyway, folks, we hope to see you around this weekend. I know it's hot out there. I know it's very humid, but
cool in church.
It's cool in church.
Yeah.
AC works very well. Y'all, some of you complain about it being too cold. Well, you're probably not going to be complaining this weekend. So we hope to see you there. We wish Father Gerber all the best. We'll say goodbye to him this weekend. But anyway, hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. Take care. God bless.
Bye. Okay, bye.